In today's video, I'm going to teach you how to change aspect ratio in DaVinci Resolve. If you need to resize your video for a different platform, like turning a widescreen project into a vertical video for social media, DaVinci Resolve makes that possible right from the timeline settings. In this walkthrough, I'll show you exactly where to go and what to change so you can select a different aspect ratio for your timeline. To begin, look over to the left side of the interface and locate your timeline. This is the timeline you want to update, so make sure you're selecting the correct one if your project has more than one. Once you find it, right-click directly on the timeline to open the context menu. From that menu, click on Timeline and then choose Timeline Settings. This will open the settings panel for that specific timeline. This is an important detail because timeline settings can be managed separately from your overall project settings, depending on how your project is set up. When the settings window appears, look for the option that says Use Project Settings. If that box is checked, go ahead and uncheck it. This step matters because if project settings are still being used, the timeline may stay locked to the project's default resolution and aspect ratio, and you won't be able to make changes here. After unchecking that option, stay in the Format tab. In this section, you'll see a drop-down menu that contains different aspect ratio options. Click the drop-down, and you'll be able to view the available formats. This is where you can choose the aspect ratio that best fits the type of content you're creating. Take a moment to choose the one you need. For example, different aspect ratios are useful for standard widescreen videos, square posts, or vertical mobile content. The key thing is to select the format that matches your final destination before moving on with editing, since changing aspect ratio can affect how your clips are framed inside the timeline. And that's the process. Just find your timeline on the left, right-click it, open Timeline Settings, uncheck Use Project Settings if necessary, and then use the Format tab drop-down to choose from the available aspect ratios. Once you've done that, your timeline will be set up for the format you want, and you can continue editing with the correct frame shape in place.